Hey guys, Trenton Talks here, back with another interview. I am Asia Gales, and today we have Nasia.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well.
And today we're going to be talking about different types of relationships and how you cope with them and deal with them. So,
Let's get into it.
let's go.
Let's do it.
How you doing?
Well, relationships, all types of relationships are just, it's a big part of our lives as everybody, you know, friends, family, romantically, anything like that. I think the big part of my life with relationships comes from romantic relationships. It also, I don't know, it's like 50-50. Like, it's like you got your life 100%, and it's like I got the romantic relationships 50, and then I got my family relationships another 50. So it's like, you know, when I'm in a relationship, I always look for a guy to like really appreciate me, to love me, you know, to constantly compliment me, because I didn't always have my father to do that. So it's like, sadly, that's what I looked at in a guy. It's like, I want you to appreciate me, I want you to know me, I want you to notice me, like, yeah, look at me. Yeah. Like, my dad was in my life, but it's just like he wasn't giving me that type of, like, you know. And it's crazy because I have 2 other sisters. So it's like, I don't know, that's just me. I always just look at a man to be like, oh, you look so pretty, or to constantly compliment me and like notice me, you know what I'm saying, and cater to me. Like, not cater to me, but like I want they full 100% attention 24/7. That's just my problem. That's my problem.
You have a daughter.
Yes,
Naomi.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be a mom, or new mom?
It's hard. Well, it's. I think it's easier now. I don't know. I'd say 50-50. It was hard, you know, because I was 16 when I had her, so I was still in school. You know, I was working and all that, but like, I wasn't used to like being up all night. And it's always been like mainly just me. So when I first had her, it was like it was hectic, but I got used to it. Like, the older they get, the more expensive they get. You know what I'm saying? I was just more so worried about building a bond with my daughter that I didn't always have with my mom. So it's like, that's really why I was so happy I had a daughter. But I really try to bond with my daughter, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when she was younger, I used to breastfeed and all that. So I really want a good bond with my daughter. That's really what I want.
Is it hard? Like, did you have like family help or?
Yes, my mother helps me a lot, my mom, because my mom was a young mother as well. So she helps me a lot, like when it comes to, you know, dealing with her and all this other new stuff, changing pampers. I really walked into motherhood like not knowing a thing. I didn't know how to change a pamper, how to make a bottle, how to do any of that. So my mom definitely helped me a lot with that.
That's good. Because I have sisters. New moms coming into my life, so.
Right.
Yeah. Well, in relationships, how do you care about looks or?
No, I never cared about looks. Like, that's the thing with me. Like, and I always got cracked on for that by my friends. They like, ew, like, I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you genuine, as long as you solid. Like, I'm real big on that. Like, I want somebody to be 100 with me 24/7, because I really like, I act towards someone how they act towards me. So it's like I act accordingly. Like, if you want to be like nonchalant like that towards me, and you know what I'm saying, not really deal with me, then I'm gonna act the same way, and that's with anybody. So that's why I just make sure somebody's relationship is real. They being real with me. You know what I'm saying? I could take anything. I've been through a lot, so I could take anything. I'd rather somebody to tell me the truth than to lie to me. I don't want nobody to lie to me. A lot of people lie to protect feelings. I don't like that.
Well, sometimes it is good to lie to protect feelings. But then at the end of the day, it's not.
Yeah,
but
I don't like that at all.
Very situation.
Yeah.
So, what would you say your worst relationship was? Like, what was the worst one?
My baby father. My baby father. It's because, like, a lot of people normalize toxic things. Like, it's just like, it's like, oh, they always want to fight. They always want to, you know, argue, and like, it gets tiring. Like, I lost a lot of weight, you know what I'm saying, and I got pregnant at a young age. I never planned on getting pregnant at a young age, you know what I'm saying. So being in that toxic relationship, it had me not going to school, it had me losing weight, it had me going through a lot. Like, I was really going through a lot. Like, I wasn't myself. I wasn't Nasia. Like, I wasn't myself at all. So that was my first toxic relationship. And after him, like, it's like, I kept taking him back until I didn't love him anymore. So it's like people be like, why you don't be done with him? Like, I'm tired of you going through that. It's like because only a person know when they're done when they know. Like can't nobody tell them nothing about a person. You know what I'm saying? So I kept taking him back until I didn't love him anymore. Until like I was fed up, and I was like 2 months after I had my daughter. And it's just like I got put through all that, and then I got pregnant, and I got put through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just done.
That's why I tell people sometimes it's better to just go at your own pace and not listen to what other people say. Because once you listen to what other people say, it's going to make you not want to do it. Like, I already know that the situation is bad. You don't have to tell me.
Right. I don't want to constantly hear that. I know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I look at myself every day and tell myself that.
Right.
That's how it was.
Okay. What would you say to somebody that don't know how to get out of a toxic relationship? Like, they know they in one, but they can't get out of it. Like,
yeah, that sounds like me and my friends. I don't say too much. I don't speak on my friends' relationships. I try not to deal with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm always there to listen. I'm always there so you can vent to me and all that. I can't really tell somebody too much because they're going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. So I'm not going to be like, oh, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to encourage you to do better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't lose yourself while you're in that toxic relationship because that's what happens to a lot of females and probably males as well. Like, they probably lose themselves and they're dealing with a toxic person. So just do your own thing. Like, like you said, go at your own pace because can't nobody tell you what to do at all.
And, like, family relationships, like, would you say family is toxic? Like, family could be toxic.
Yes.
Like, I don't talk to a lot of my family members. And that's the reason why, because I got a lot of toxic family. So,
yeah. Like, people, I don't know why people need to normalize, like, parents are very toxic. Like, I've been through a lot. Like, I've dealt with a lot with my mom. Because I've had a relationship with my mom because I always lived with my mom. My dad never lived with us. So it's always just be me and my mom and my sister. You know, and of course it's all girls. So it's just constant arguing over this. You know, me and my sister, we argue. She got my shirt on, you know, regular stuff. But me and my mother relationship is like, it never been 100. Like, we just never got along.
Me and my dad relationship is still on and off.
Right. That's why I go so hard on my daughter. Like, it's like I want her to come to me when she feel like she has nobody. Because I can't do that in my mind. When I feel like I have nobody, I got to take all that in. I got to deal with it myself. I never run to anybody, especially not my mom.
How do you deal with it?
Sadly, I keep it in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, when I was in a program and I have a mentor, like, she used to tell me, like, you should journal and all that because I like writing and everything like that. But that still don't work for me. Like, I feel like music is my peace. Music, like, I'll go in my room, shut my door, blast my music. Like, I always got to hear music. No matter if it's sad. It could be, like, you know, nothing to do with my situation. But music is definitely my peace. Like, I got to listen to music. That's how I get through a lot.
I keep a lot of stuff to myself, too. But I always tell people not to keep stuff to themselves.
Yeah, it's not
keep
good.
It to myself. So, I don't know, but it works. Music helps.
Definitely, I love music.
We're back. And what is your intake on abusive relationships and people that won't let somebody leave, like male or female?
Right. Abusive relationships is sad. It's sad because I've been through a lot. Like, it's like every relationship, I'm not going to say everyone, but every relationship I've been in, like, it's always turned into, like, verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, all of that. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I was that person one time where I was the toxic one. Like, I always wanted to fight. I always wanted to smack you. Like, I always wanted to curse you out and all that. That's when I had to realize, like, all right, now it's me. Because somebody quick to say, oh, it's always like him. Like, it's not. It was me.
Sides.
Yeah, it was me at times too. Like, I was very toxic. You know, I'm popping up to people's houses and all that, doing all that, and a lot of people normalize it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm thinking it's normal, and it's definitely not. And I didn't notice that until I got into a happy relationship. I didn't have to do all that. I didn't have to worry about all that. So it's like, that is crazy. I feel so bad for people that gotta go through that, especially the physical abuse. But the verbal abuse, I've been through that a lot. I've been through verbal abuse, especially with also like my mom.
Yeah, so, I was about to say it can't be anybody. You don't have to be just relationships to be parents. It's a lot. It takes a big toll on me. Like, the verbal abuse I've been through, and like I still was going through about like a year ago with my mother. Like, it's like that made me who I am. Like, that's why I always spoke up. Like, I always acted a certain way. A lot of the times growing up, the relationship I had with my mom reacted on me when I was at school. So, like, one time my mom made me mad at home. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go home. I'm about to go to school. I'm about to go fight just to make her mad. You know, just because she always, like my mom was very toxic. So it's like, that's what, I always reacted off my mom. Like I would really start with people because I'm mad at my mom. That's when I had got like a lot of help for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's how it was with my dad. I've never listened to my dad, and it was more because he wasn't in my life. Like I lived with my mom all my life. My dad came in my life when I was 15 years old. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm 15.
Right.
But it was hard. We always fought, and I'm the youngest on my dad's side.
That's how it is with me. I'm my youngest.
So it was like I just never got along with him. But toxic parent relationships they hard, especially to cope with, and
it's very hard because it's like, especially what a parent you live with. So it's like you have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? When you turn 18, they say you don't gotta deal with it or nothing like that. But it's not a lot of teenagers or people at 18 who automatically are, I'm just hop up and move out. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't want to hop up and move out until I'm stable, especially the fact that I have a daughter. Excuse me, but yeah, but verbal abuse I've dealt with a lot, and it could take it's the same thing as physical abuse to me. All of it is equally the same. Emotional abuse, like I would just look at myself in the mirror. Yes, all of that. I would literally like look at myself in the mirror and notice I'm not myself. So it's like I wouldn't get dressed. I wouldn't interact with nobody, any of that.
Yeah. And it's hard when you know you're not yourself and nobody else notices. That's the worst.
It's like when I wasn't myself, a lot of people notice though, because it's like I go from, alright, I would be like 130. I'm skinny, but like I used to gain a little bit of weight because I was happy, you know, I was eating good. I would lose a lot of weight, not eat, not go nowhere. It was just a lot.
So how would you, like, say you're in a relationship and you're dealing with somebody and they can't, like, they just won't leave you alone. Yeah, like you can't get them to leave you alone for nothing. How would you deal with that?
It's sad to say, like, it would just become normal to me, like, at a point, because it's like I choose to deal with that. So once I feel like I can't, like I'm fed up, I can't deal with it no more, I won't. Like that's.
But how would you get them to leave you alone?
I don't know. I think I would have to like die. Like I think I have to die for them to leave me alone. Right. For real, that's what I be thinking sometimes. I'm like, yo, like I don't know why. Like why he keep messing with me? Like what is it? Like it's 1,000 other girls, 1 billion other girls in this world, and like you just choose to mess with me. But like I noticed a lot. Like even in Trenton, like Trenton is so small where it's like everybody got their own like Nemo. Like, you know, it's like there's plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, but everybody has their own Nemo. Like, it's like, oh yeah, that's such and such people, so that's such and such a girlfriend, or that's such and such baby mom. You know what I'm saying? Because Trenton is very small. So it's like everybody knows everybody. Even if, like, everybody knows everybody. It's like, even if you don't know them personally, oh, yeah, I heard of her. She from that street, or, you know, it's just like everybody know everybody. So in Trenton, it's like, I'm always stuck to this one person. It's like, oh yeah, that's such and such people's. And I was just like, dang, like I got a name. Sadly, that's what it is.
So I want to talk a little bit, like, because you're a mom. And
right.
How would you, like, do you deal with, like, the baby mama drama?
No, because it's my baby father is currently incarcerated. So, like, you know, he's in jail. We don't talk. But even before he went to jail, like, I wasn't one of them crazy, like, oh, you can't see your daughter if you don't do this or you don't do that. I'm not off that type of time because, you know, I was in that long toxic relationship with him. So it's like I was at the point in time where it's like I look at him like, oh, are you cool? Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you do what you got to do, we cool.
Exactly.
So I'm not that toxic big mom. Now, when it comes to, like, me bringing... like another man around my daughter, I don't tolerate that. Like I did it one time, and now that's my daughter family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm still young. She's only 1.5. So, but as right now, I'm not bringing nobody around my daughter if I don't feel as if though I could trust them alone with my child, not just when I'm with them. And it's just I don't know. I don't play with my child.
Would you want your baby father's girlfriend to bring someone around him?
If he feels as if though she's gonna treat Naomi as her own, like, you know what I'm saying, like really like act like when I'm not around, she's the mom. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if she goes above and beyond for my daughter, and he feels as if though, you know, that's his girlfriend, that's who he loves at the time, that's who he plans to love for a while, yeah, I wouldn't have no problem with that.
That's good, because most people don't do that. They be, I don't want to say bitter, but they be bitter.
They be bitter. So there's a lot of bitter big moms out there.
That's good. That's real good. Okay, so I want to ask you about self-love and how do you maintain that healthy relationship with yourself?
I have to always I always think about myself before I think about somebody else. Like, besides my daughter, you know what I'm saying? She comes before me. But I mean, like, with anybody else. Like, I always got to think, like, Nasia, like, how do you think the outcome be that for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Just like when, like I said, I was the toxic one in a relationship. So like, I don't do it anymore because I think like, Nasia, like, how would you look if you go bust my windows out? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It took me a lot to get where I am now. I really used to hate myself, like, the way I am, the way I look, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm real skinny. And, you know, as of today, you know, don't nobody want no little skinny, slim Jim, like, you know? So it's like, it took me a lot to get where I am. Like, I love myself because I really be having to talk within myself. Mm-hmm. Look myself in the mirror like, all right, Nasia, like, you got this. I always got to motivate myself because I don't have nobody to, you know, tell me, uplift me all the time. Right. I learned to do it myself. That's why I don't look for that really in a man anymore.
I love that. I love
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really nice. It's nice to be, well, because I'm mature for my age and I've been through a lot. So to have somebody else, to talk to somebody else that's mature as I am, it's nice. It feels nice.
Yes, it's healing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with everything that you know now about relationships and different types of relationships and toxic relationships, what would you say to somebody watching or other people watching? Like, what's your advice to them?
Hard times do not last. God literally moves mountains. Like, I really used to doubt myself. Like, I really used to give up. No, you got to keep going. Like, the days don't, everybody got the same 24 hours. I'm telling you, it's some people that we probably look up to that probably been through worse than us. Like, God really moves mountains and hard times do not last. Like, I'm telling you, you can get through anything. If I can get through it, I got through a lot, but you really could get through anything. I promise you. Everything happens for a reason as well. That's what I believe. I believe everything happens for a reason. So I feel like, you know, if a certain person is removed out of my life, then that means they wasn't meant to be around for long.
Yes. I do the same thing. I don't never stress on nothing too much. Like, I might stress on it in a moment, but I'm not going to make myself stress on it every day.
Right.
Then that's too much.
Right. So has your relationship, like, with your dad gotten better?
I could say it has gotten better. Well, it just started getting better actually this year because we had a little incident in April, but
right.
It has gotten better. I don't really talk to him a lot, but when we do talk, we be on the phone for a couple hours. So.
Right. Like, so did you learn to accept, like, all right, so me and my dad, we either we're going to get along or we're not going to get along, or we're going to try to work on it. You learned to accept that.
Yeah, because at first I could say it was me. I could say, like, because I didn't want to get to know my dad at all because you wasn't there for 15 years of my life. Why I want to get to know you now. But he was trying. At first he wasn't, but then he started. And it's like I wasn't trying because the damage has already been done. I don't know you, so I don't want to get to know you. Right. But then I had to sit and think like, all right, this is my dad. I don't know when he gonna go or what's gonna happen. So I said, well, I'm gonna try.
Right. See, me, I don't know. I've been through, like, different programs, and I told you, like, I've had a mentor. I've had, like, an older lady to talk to when I didn't have my mom. But now that I'm 18, like, I'm older, I have more responsibilities and things like that. I've learned to, like, accept that me and my mom, we just, no matter how hard we try, whether we went through family therapy, all that, no matter how hard we try, it's just not going to work. Like, it's just not going to be what I want it to be. Right. So that's why I'm going to try my hardest with my daughter to, like, definitely be there for her, definitely build that bond that I didn't have with my mom.
Yeah, because me, I didn't have nobody to talk to growing up, so it's like I just had to keep everything to myself. So when somebody asks me how I feel, it's kind of hard for me to tell them because I keep everything to myself. Mm-hmm. So it was more communication than anything. I didn't talk to my dad and do nothing. We was just living together.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's why people are very judgmental as well. That's why I don't tell nobody. That's why I say it's hard to be my friend. Because I got to really confide in somebody, really trust them. So I can't deal with nobody that's judgmental. And just like my mom, like, she was very judgmental. I would never be judgmental to my daughter. Because I want her to always feel like she always has her mom.
Right.
Man. Especially because we're not that far in age. You know what I'm saying? So when she get to the age, you know what I'm saying, where she going through her things like that, boys, all that. When she becoming a teenager, I'm not going to be that old. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be much like a century ago since I dealt with that. So I'm definitely working on that relationship.
That's good. That's good. But I don't know. I deal with a lot of family relationships, but Me and my mom relationship, it's on and off. Some days she does, some days she not. But it's there.
Okay. Yeah, toxic relationships, toxic family relationships, toxic friendships. Let it go. Let it go. Because I'm telling you, it take a big toll on you. Like, it really, like, you would do things that you wouldn't even ever think about doing, just dealing with a toxic person. Like, especially boys. Like, boys out here, especially in Trenton. Like, yes. I don't know. Maybe it's because I never really dealt with too many boys from outside of Trenton, but dealing with a boy in Trenton is very hard. Like, I would worry about them all the time. Whether you know what I'm saying, whether they good or bad, they could be in school. Like, it's just so crazy out here where it's like anybody could die at this point. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kids out here dying. It's so you gotta really, really be in love with somebody from out here. Like, you really gotta let them, trust them. You really gotta build a relationship with them because somebody could be going in the blink of the eye.
Yeah.
For real. Like, it's like you never know when your last goodbye is. You never know when your last I love you is. Like, it's just crazy out here. Especially, it's just crazy in Trenton. It's crazy out here.
Have you lost a lot of friends in like the past year?
Yes. I lost Raheem and Tabri. I recently lost Tabri. That was 5 days after my birthday, my 18th birthday. My last time seeing Tabri was on my birthday. Losing him, that was real. We was real close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all used to hang with each other. So, like, that was probably the closest person I ever lost to, like, as a friend. In my life, I'm sorry. In my life, that was the closest person I ever lost, was Tabri. And it was, like, right after my last time seeing was on my birthday. So, it was right after my birthday. It was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you never know when your last goodbye is. You gotta, like, just be there for your people's friends, boyfriends, uncles, aunts, your family, period. Be there for them. Because you never know when your last goodbye is.
Amen. Okay, so do you have one last thing you want to tell?
Yes, all the young mothers out there, please keep your head up. Like, it's hard, especially because whether you young is period. Like, whether you're in school or you're working, you know what I'm saying, you're not really in a position to take care of a whole other human being financially by yourself. So just keep going, basically. Remove toxic people out your life. You don't need that right now. Your main focus is that child that you carry for 9 months and you brought to this world. That's your main focus. Definitely focus on your kids because you're going to deal with somebody like me who didn't have that relationship with their parents. So definitely, young moms, stay focused out here. Grind like it's like no tomorrow. Get some money, stay focused. You got to have self-love. Self-love, love your kid, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people go through postpartum. I didn't really go through that. So I don't know how, I can't speak on that, I don't know how it feels, but I definitely see a lot of reviews about that, and it's not good. It takes a big toll. Some moms, like, really want to take their lives after just having a baby, and it's hard. It's very hard, but stay focused. Y'all got it.
All right. So that's all, guys, for today's video. I want to thank Nasia for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Back with another one.